JacksonSystems.com is now a UEI test equipment distributor. If you need a brand new Hub 6 or the classic DL429 or DL489 multimeters, along with several other UEI products, go to JacksonSystems.com/login and set up your brand new account today. You'll have access to great pricing and even better pricing thanks to our brand new Shop Talk 7 discount code. That'll get you 10% off on your first UEI purchase. Hello guys, welcome back to HVAC Shop Talk Live. I'm your host, Zach Ciota, the host of HVAC Shop Talk Podcast, of which we had a brand new one today. For some reason, I can't remember the title. I never can remember the title. It was sort of a mashup of some of the stuff we've already done. As my phone says, I am live. And Ralph says, text me when you're ready. So I guess Ralph will want to talk to us a little bit later. He's on a little road trip, so he has nothing better to do. So we'll touch base with him a little bit later in the show. It's not going to be an extremely long show tonight. And I think tomorrow night we won't have a show. And Alexander says, my day sucked big time. I'm sorry to hear that, Alexander. That does suck. I don't know what that means, but we'll have to find out, I guess. I forget what I was going to say now. I look down there and poor Alexander's having a tough time, and I forget what I was going to say. Man, oh man. I'm just going to transition over now. Wait, I remember. Tomorrow night we're not going to have a show because we have Ted's giveaway. Ted's big, I think it's an S-Man 360 giveaway. So we'll watch that. We'll take a night off, and maybe we'll come back on Saturday night for maybe a hangout. Maybe we'll have a hangout then. Isaiah says he has a video loading, so his subscribers can stay tuned for that after this show. Good evening, Kangaroo God. I love your name. And Gary O'Connor says, hello from the 102 degrees Sacramento. I'm glad I'm not in Sacramento. It's not like it's cool here, but it is in the 80s. I actually took a walk with my son tonight. What's up, Nick? Good to see you here. Nick Guerrero. That is Monica's husband, who we interviewed last week for the Tuesday podcast. Justin Hernandez, I see your wrench, Justin. I have some bad news. It's not really bad. I don't want the moderators to take this the wrong way. Tom Jackson actually made it. Hey, this is perfect because Tom Jackson actually made it to a video where his ad played at the beginning. So you couldn't set that up any better. That's fantastic. Eric M says he's naked. Okay. Jeremy Hinline, I talked to him earlier. 107 degrees in Bakersfield. And Monica's here too. We have a lot of people out there that are very hot today. But before I forget about it, remember tomorrow night we won't have a show because we have Anti-DIY HVAC. He will have his giveaway tomorrow night with the S-Mans. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you watch that. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you could make it. Now, no. Justin, you're not fired. I may have to get rid of a lot of the wrenches because I'm just going to have these, I don't know, semi-professional wrenches. Not to insult Justin Hernandez, but I mean more like what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Not starting bombs and fires. Maybe that's it. Not starting bombs and fires. Eric M., you know why you're not a moderator. You are not moderator material. I think you're great. I think your memes probably going to land you into a very bad spot in the afterlife, but that's fine. Nightbot has not taken your job. I'm going to pick a couple guys to make moderators, and we're going to work out an arrangement. Does that sound creepy enough? An arrangement. There you go. But Justin, I'm coming to you for one of those positions, so don't get upset. Not Hernandez. Not Hernandez. What's up, Monica? Or what does it say? Monica? That's what you say. All right, before we get started, we have a couple different things we're going to do tonight. Like I said, it's not going to be a really long live show tonight, but I wanted to show you guys one thing. I have the desktop over here. We're looking at the P51-870 Titan Digital Manifold. This is not an advertisement. Do not zone out. But at the bottom of this, I saw a lot of guys on Facebook were asking questions. And look at this section right here. It says the touchscreen can get messed up during shipping. So there's a little thing you need to follow here in case you bought this device and it's not working up the way you It's not working out the way you thought it would. You might need a recalibration that happened because of shipping. So there's a little guide you can hit right there. I'll actually put it in the chat so everybody can go back to it if they want to. Copy that. Paste. There we go. If you need that, there it is right there. I saw a couple guys on Facebook. Some of them had a white screen they had to return, and that's just one of those things, I guess. But hopefully they got it taken care of. I try to follow through with these guys. If you see that one of the guys that sponsor this podcast, you buy their stuff and you have an issue with it, just come to me too. You can go to them, but come to me as well, and I'll help you out as best I can. So there you go. And see Nightbot's in the chat. Man, oh man. Justin Hernandez said the cops busted him today. I can only imagine. One day I'm going to interview Justin Hernandez, but I'm guessing he'll never agree to it. He will never agree to it. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there, guys. Right now, I want Justin Hernandez on next week's nightly show. One night, whichever night he wants to choose, I'm going to bring him in here. We're going to interview him, and we're going to see how he ticks. We'll see that. I would bring Eric in, but I don't think I have the insurance to bring Eric in. So there we go. All right. What else are we going to look at here tonight? Now, we talked about refrigerants last night. We're going to talk about it for a few minutes. Like I said, Ralph's on a little road trip, so he wants me to call him. We're going to check in on him. Alexander Figueroa said, I would like free stuff. Oh, man. Guys, we have a lot of free stuff coming. If you like free stuff like every human said every day, we are in luck. You are in luck. We have a lot of, you can see the swag behind me, sort of. You see the bottom of it right there. But we have a Jackson Systems / UEI giveaway coming up that's going to knock your socks off. I have not put the particulars together on how you're going to enter to win. But I'm going to tell you this. You're going to want to become a customer of Jackson Systems. I want to work that in there so you guys can get a taste for how good Jackson Systems is. You have to go to their website, and I'll actually give you the link right now if you guys want to get ahead of the curve here. Let me type it in. All right. Let me type it in. I got to log in. All right. Here's the link that you use to set up an account. And Tom said it's really easy. Really easy. Here we are. There you go. Make an account and check out the website. It don't cost anything. It's free. Check it out, man. Check it out. It's cool. That's going to be one way we're going to win. I mean, this is going to be a really big giveaway. It's going to have some nice tools. We have some other stuff coming. We might have something coming from Yellow Jacket. It's going to be really nice. Yeller Jacket, whatever it is. Whatever you want to call it, it's nice nonetheless. And, of course, we have all of our stuff. Hey, we even have some vintage stuff. You know what I'm saying? We have everything. We have everything your heart desires and more. Everything. Except for Eric M. I don't think he has a heart. I don't think he has a heart. Let's see. T-Tech says, if it gets damaged that easily inside a box with packaging, what do you think its life expectancy on a real job site is or in the back of the van? That's a great question. And you know what? That's warranted because of this thing right here. Tell you what, maybe we'll find a guy who's used it for a while, drag him in here. I know a few guys. We'll see. We'll see. Monica Nightbot is an automatic program that helps the chat. That's all he does. He's all right by me. Okay. Let's take a look at a couple things real quick, and then we're going to go to Ralphie and see what he's up to. I want to show you guys something. We were talking about refrigerants. Let me take a look at this. All right. Now we're looking at R32. I was kind of wondering about this because we're talking about flammable refrigerants. Now, of course, everybody hears flammable and like, oh, God, we're going to blow up. But that's not necessarily true. Because you can see here, we're going to research this term right here just for a few minutes tonight. That's all we're doing. Just simple. Not like last night where we talked about refrigerant. We said ethane and methane like 500 times. Everybody was like, please make this stop. I cannot remember all of these. We're not going to do that. That being said, I think this is difluoromethane. I can't remember exactly. Hey, let me check that real quick. Let's see. Let's see if they have it up there. Difluoromethane, R32. It's supposed to be really good, really awesome. So we see auto ignition temperature. Auto ignition. You can kind of assume that auto ignition is the temperature where this gas just explodes. So let's see, because I looked it up. The auto ignition temperature or kindling point of a substance is the lowest temperature at which it spontaneously ignites in normal atmosphere. Now, listen to that. Normal atmosphere. Not under a lot of pressure, normal atmosphere. Without an external source of ignition. So you don't have to light. There won't be a spark. Nothing like that. It's just so hot it ignites. And the ignition sources they mention are flame or spark. This temperature is required to supply the activation energy needed for combustion. The hotter things get, the faster the molecules move. And then all of a sudden, this sort of chemical reaction takes place. So that being said, auto ignition temperature for R32, not available. It doesn't have one. So you can light it, but you have to basically keep the lighter on it or else it's not going to stay lit. Now, we're not going to get into upper and lower flame limit just yet because I'm going to study those a little bit more. And keep it in mind, guys, a lot of this stuff I'm studying so you don't have to. You can take it off. You can relax. You can get a drink. You can do your job to run your 20 calls, and I'll figure this stuff out and I'll bring it to you. So here we go. Here's another one right here. Let's see, we're on page 4 of 7. Go up to the top. I'll show you what we're working on here. This is the safety data sheet for refrigerant R290, our good friend propane. So propane, just like in the grill, except not quite like in the grill. So let's go to page 4 again. Take a look at that. Where was I? There it is. Okay. Down here, you see 470 degrees Celsius is auto ignition temperature. So this refrigerant does have an auto ignition temperature, meaning that when it reaches 470 degrees Celsius, which is the same as 878 degrees Fahrenheit, you will have a bad day. Propane is much more flammable than R32. That's why R32, you have it in other countries as a chief refrigerant and like these mini splits. But as far as propane, you can only have it in a few ounces because it is extremely flammable. Now, here's one of the things I thought was interesting. And about a year and a half or two ago, when I was doing the Working Joe's Roundtable website, I wrote this article about the effects when you put heat into R32 and it separates into these other compounds. One of those compounds is hydrogen fluoride. So I did some research on this, just a little bit, and one of the things it creates is hydrofluoric acid. You see it there? That looks more like it was manufactured. But no, we're talking about things happening like when you're brazing. Let's say you're brazing and it breaks down. These HFCs break down and it becomes hydrofluoric gas. Let's see. How was it termed? I want to make sure I say it correctly. Hydrogen fluoride, chemical compound with the chemical formula HF, colorless gas or liquid. It is a principal industrial source of fluorine, often as an aqueous solution called hydrofluoric acid. Of course, acid doesn't sound good or healthy. And as you can see from these pictures, these are burns from this sort of acid. And when you braise this stuff, like if it's under pressure and you ingest this stuff or you breathe it in, you can have, and I think it actually had a picture of it right here. This is kind of nasty looking, some of this stuff. So I'm sorry I didn't warn you about the hand stuff. But it's just one of those things that it definitely happens in our trade. This goes along with that safety discussion we already had. So when you're sweating out even 410A, because it has this stuff in there, you might get some of this stuff on you. And you can see it in these pictures. Pulmonary edema is a fluid, it's fluid accumulated in your lungs and air spaces of the lungs. It leads to impaired gas exchange and may cause respiratory failure. That's one of the things they talk about. And it's one of those things, if you breathe it in, there's no getting over it. There's no going back. So you have to be very careful when you're sweating things out, even with R22, because you have phosgene. Same sort of thing. So that's scary enough forever, I guess. That's just one of the little things I wanted to show you guys. Just a little tiny thing there. Not trying to, kind of scare you or nothing like that. So HFC 300 says steel property. Steel property. Like steel, like Remington steel? I don't know. The cap is 6 ounces per circuit on propane. That's what Alexander Figueroa was saying. Do we have any other questions so far? Monica put the phone down when she saw the birds. I'm sorry. I should have said something earlier. That was my fault. I should have said something earlier. Yes, the subject is, the basic motif is you're going to die. I'm not trying to scare anybody. This is obviously not a common occurrence. We don't know a whole lot of guys like that, but we do know some guys like that. One of our old YouTube buddies, Robert, his hand is permanently damaged. He said it feels like it's on fire half the time. It's one of those things where he's probably going to be on medication his whole life. How's it going, Cowboy? Longtime viewer. I don't know if am I Cowboy still? I guess I am. I tell you what, I am. Because I have these vintage cowboy hats. Believe it or not, the name of the company that owns all these podcasts is Cowboys of HVAC LLC. So I guess I am. Which refrigerant gives you the biggest high if you huff it? I don't know. Haven't tried that many, guys. I'm sure we could find some people downtown to attest to that. I don't want to bring in more bad karma, but there was another cap zap today uploaded. Was there really? I didn't see anything uploaded. I don't know. You can tell me what that is afterwards, I guess. Who uploaded the next cap zap? Is it pure R22? I really don't know about the huffing. I've heard of that before. That's one of those things you say on service calls if you have no gas left in the system you'll have a guy in a bad neighborhood. You say someone probably huffed all this. Well, they probably did, actually. Gary O'Connor says, I just received a book from J.J. Keller, Handling Hazardous Materials. I used to get one when I was a transportation manager. Oh, Fritz did it. Okay, I gotcha. Or drop in. You know what? I'm not sure which is the worst one to huff because none of them are really healthy, so I'm not positive. I'm not positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Ralph his text he requested. So if he wants to call in, he can. Bear with me here. I don't know. He's somewhere on the road in South Carolina. So we're going to see what he's up to. He's on a little road trip today. I don't know how much he can divulge. He's doing some top secret stuff today, which we can't talk about, I guess. You know how it is with Ralph. Half the stuff he does you can't talk about. I'm going to type the word go. He's calling into the wrong phone. Look at him. I got to switch lines now because he's calling into the wrong phone. Let me see. Can you hear me there?
I can hear you.
Okay, I had to switch lines because you called into my personal phone instead of the studio phone.
I know. I'm driving, and I'm trying to watch the live stream on my work phone. I have my maps up on my personal phone, and I'm talking to you on Bluetooth on my personal phone. So, sorry.
Good grief. I'm glad I can hear you. Sometimes the Bluetooth connections on some of these phones, I can't even hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
You sound pretty clear right now. I wonder if you're loud enough out there in radio world. Guys, if you can hear him and it sounds good or bad or whatever, just let us know, please. Because I'm looking down at the board here, and it looks like I had to punch him up quite a bit to make him loud enough.
Well, I tried. You know what I mean? But I'm doing 80 miles an hour, so that's pretty damn good. Driving 80 miles an hour and talking to you.
Man, okay, let me ask you something. Now, I was talking about these refrigerants.
Yeah, I heard.
Tom Jackson's in the chat. He's saying it's Ralph actually watching while he's driving. You're not, to make that clear, right?
No, but the phone was next to me, and I could hear you talking.
Okay, I got you. All right, that's fine. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. So, Ralph, what can you give to this conversation to expand it? That's what I want to ask you.
Well, you know what? Alexander, when he was talking about those guys installing those mini splits for like $25 a pop.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Installing mini splits for $25?
Oh, yeah. He said there's a group down there that this guy gets the job and he pays these guys $25 to install a complete mini split system. Right?
Okay.
And you know those pictures that have been going around on Facebook?
The ones of the explosions.
Yes.
And by the way, thank you, Clint, for the super chat, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Man, I'm going to have to start doing some live streams so Clint can give me some damn super chats.
You're going to have to suck up to Clint.
I think you're going to have to share those. Anyway, so...
sorry, Ralph, you're breaking up.
Yeah, I know. So we'll talk about this later, but it has everything to do with guys that are installing it like Alexander's talking about. And just until, I'm going to leave everybody with this word of advice. If you're working on a mini split, never, ever, ever pump it down. Plain and simple.
Okay. Now, you're going to come back and actually get on the podcast and tell us exactly why this is happening. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're going to all talk about it. And it's not what everybody thinks. It's not explosive refrigerants or flammable refrigerants. It's not oxygen. They're not leak checking with oxygen. But it is something that guys are doing.
Okay. So we just talked about this. We were just talking about R290 and R32. So you're saying it's not to blame even, well, I don't know if it's R290 is even involved with this stuff, but maybe R32 is.
No. Yeah, R32. Actually, believe it or not, R22 will cause those units to explode as well.
R22. So that's supposed to be perfectly safe and stable and non-flammable.
And 410.
Well, 410 has 32 in it.
Well, yeah, but 410, everybody, we all been working with that. 410 can cause that explosion as well.
And you're saying that there's no refrigerant out there that will not cause this. Everything could cause this. Like 134A?
Yeah, 125. They really didn't see a whole lot of, 125 was one that was tested that it really didn't have the same effects.
So the ones that are used as fire suppressants basically don't
Right.
have the effect. So there's a few of them like that.
Right.
Some of the ones in that blue one that they mentioned are fire suppressants.
Right.
Look at that. Clint just donated again. It says, buy Ralph a Dr. Pepper.
I don't drink Dr. Peppers anymore.
Well, you know what? I'll just give you
hey.
$2.99.
Okay, all right.
Actually, $2 because Google's going to take $1.
Okay. So anyway, man, I tell you what, Zach, I have been on the road all day long.
Yes, that's what I hear.
So from my house to Greenville, South Carolina, what the hell is this guy got his brights on? Anyway, from my house to Greenville, South Carolina, it's 3 hours. And I had to go to Greenville to go to the Michelin plant.
Right.
So I could oversee a job. And then they didn't have the line sets. They didn't get the line sets like they were supposed to. And so those poor guys, they were trying to pull the old 3/8 up and put in 1/2 inch and wrap it. And I'm like, why don't y'all just get the line set? Well, there's none around. So I had to drive all the way from Greenville, South Carolina to Asheville, North Carolina, which is an hour and a half, and pick up 3 50-foot line sets.
So take us through your day. Did you just drive to Greenville, then back to Asheville, then back to Greenville again?
Yes. Yep. So I drove from my house to Greenville, stayed at the Michelin plant for a couple hours, then went up to Asheville, got the line sets, brought the line sets back to Greenville, and then dropped them off at the little guard shack because those guys were gone by the time I got there. And then I got to go see our old buddy Ted Cook.
What?
Yep, because he lives 10 minutes from or 15 minutes from the Michelin plant.
Are you telling me that Ted Cook, the same guy in the chat, you were with him earlier?
Oh, is he in the chat?
He is definitely in the chat. I'm seeing anti-DIY HVAC right now.
Yep. We had a good time. Can't say what we did, but I went by his little shop and Ted's man, he's a great guy. He really is.
So you had a good time.
Yeah, we really did.
Well, that's nice. I'm not going to ask you anything about it. I know it's top secret.
Now he might say otherwise, but I had a good time.
Well, I'm sure he had a good time. And he has his big event. That's the heartbreaker here is you couldn't come to the big event tomorrow night.
Who, me? Oh,
yes.
No, because I'm going to see Great White and Skid Row tomorrow.
Oh, man. So you're going to miss the big event altogether.
Yeah, because the cop just pulled somebody over. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm going with the Bosch guys. We're going to go look at a couple of jobs. And we're going to go look at a couple package unit jobs because I don't know if I've said this, but they're coming out with a variable speed, an inverter package unit.
The very first one besides Nordyne.
Yeah.
Well, this should be very exciting. And people are asking what event tomorrow night on the anti-DIY HVAC. In fact, Saul Diaz, the guy asking what event I'm talking about, the guy right next to you in the chat is anti-DIY HVAC. Click on his name, go to his channel, and subscribe. He's giving away some great stuff. You're not eligible this week, but you need to stay subscribed so you can be eligible next time.
Oh, yeah, and check this out. I don't know if Ted wants me to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. The last couple of weeks, he's had these Testo giveaways.
Right.
Guess what? Nobody claimed them.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Are you? I don't know if he wants you to tell us that.
Well, hey, sorry, Ted.
It's all better now.
All right.
He just put that in the chat. He said that actually. He said, not only the three S-Mans, but someone yet again has failed to claim their Testo 550. Who are these people?
I don't know. So I saw the Testos, and I saw the little spinny thing.
Oh, yeah.
At the shop.
Oh, that's cool. Did you use it?
Yeah, I spun it around.
I knew you would. Can I spin it? How many times did I spin it, Joe? 13 times.
Yeah, it was, and then I kept doing it wrong, so I kept going the wrong way.
Man, that's pretty funny. So you're going to a concert. Where are you going to a concert tomorrow? Is this near your house?
No, it's at Cherokee, the casino. They send me tickets.
You're returning to the casino?
Hey, to go to the concert.
So who are you taking?
I'm just gonna go by myself.
You gonna take a special lady?
No, unless somebody is close to the Atlanta area wants to go to Cherokee and go see Great White and Skid Row.
Okay, let's put it out there, guys, in the chat. We have 45 people watching us right now. Who wants to go with Ralph, or they have maybe their mother or their grandmother needs a date? Ralph is ready to go.
No grandmothers.
No grandmothers, but if you have a midlife crisis mother that's, vulnerable, Ralph wants to take her out.
Yeah, I'll take her out. Hey, also, see, a couple weeks ago, I went up there and saw Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, my gosh.
And
that's
then,
right. That's right.
You what?
I said that's right. I remember you saying that.
Hey, next month I'm going to go see Rodney Carrington.
Oh, and the dirty redneck.
Yeah, and then the month after that, I'm going to go see Ron White. I got tickets for those.
You've never done stuff like this before, so why all of a sudden you're living it up?
Because I can.
Because you're not working service calls, maybe?
Because I'm not doing service calls.
Yeah. Yep.
Do it.
Monica says her mom is single.
Hey, how old is Monica? Oh, Monica's what, 20? How old is she?
I think she said she was 28. So.
Oh, she's 28?
Yeah, it's possible. How old's your mom, Monica? Maybe we can make some sparks flies here. Not the bad way, like on YouTube. We can make the sparks fly romantically.
Yeah, good sparks.
Yeah, the good sparks, not the ones that kill you.
Oh, they're too far away, though.
No, Nick says she's a fox.
Really?
Let's make it happen. Match.com here. This is no longer YouTube. It's Match.com.
Plentyoffish.com.
Plenty of fish. Our time.
Yeah, our time.
She's 55,
not
Ralph.
quite.
Is she too old for you?
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh. She's a fox?
She's a fox. That's what they said.
Hey. They're too far away, though.
Oh, well. Well, we tried. All right, what you got coming up, Ralph?
Not a whole lot, really.
Well, what you working on next week? You got the Bosch guys coming tomorrow. You go take a look at package units. And what are they, just gathering ideas for their package unit?
Yeah, they're gathering ideas. And then also, Monday, I got to go back to Greenville and go back to the plant and do a startup on that thing.
Well,
so,
you know what? Here's what I want you to tell the Bosch guys. Just build something that looks just like Carrier. It works for everybody else.
Yep.
Something that fits on the Carrier curb. That seems to be the overall theme of package units.
And if I get done in time with the Michelin plant, I might go back and see Ted again.
Well, that'd be great. That'd be really awesome. I bet you guys are going to have a great time, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Running through the pasture with the meadows with all the. Never mind.
I was about to say, where are you going with that?
I'm not.
Just stop.
I'm thinking about Monica's mom.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Well then, let's talk about something else. What else can we talk about? Let's wrap this thing up because we're at the last stages of this live stream. What should we do here?
Okay. I don't know.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I haven't done this in a while. Let me give something away because I haven't given anything away in like a long time. It feels like.
Hey, I was just getting ready to say you got something to give away.
Yeah, we can give something away.
Still in the chat, right?
I don't know if he's still in the chat, but we can give away Jackson Systems T-shirt. What can we do though?
There you go.
But we have to figure out a way to give something away.
Hey, go to your last video and whoever commented on that, pick a winner from there.
Okay, all right. Go to the last video, the live stream from last night. Go there and comment. I'll give you 5 minutes and we'll pick a winner. That's what we'll do. And we'll have a Jackson Systems T-shirt. And I'll probably cram something in there too.
If you've already commented, then you don't have to worry about commenting again.
That's true, but I don't think a whole lot of people have commented already. They watched it. We got some views, but we don't have any comments. A bunch of refrigerant
Does the live
stuff.
chat stay there?
Yeah, the live chat's still there, but I can't pick a winner from that.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to go over there and get that ready. You guys go ahead and go on out of here so you can come back. It's cool. Justin Hernandez, I think you did comment actually, Hernandez.
He's a good guy.
He really is.
I would love to hear. Oh wow. Flipped over car. Sorry.
Hold on, you might hear this video for a second. I gotta pause it. Hold on. Hello. There we go. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, Hernandez, I would love to hear him to hear his story.
I would too.
Hear his story about the AT&T guys destroying his yard.
I would love to hear it as well. Okay, what video? Here's the video. I'll put the link in there. You guys, you hardworking dudes, I'll make it about as easy as it can possibly be. There's the link. Hit it. Hit the link, guys.
Hit the link.
Hit the link, guys. It's right there. All right, I got to get the comment picker all queued up too here. All right. There we go. All right, I'll give it a couple more minutes. Give away a shirt.
Give away a shirt.
I'll give away a shirt, man. It'll be great. It'll be a lot of fun. You know, Jackson Systems, man, you don't know about this yet because I didn't tell you, but they're giving away some really sweet stuff coming up real soon. I mean, a lot of stuff.
I kind of heard while you were doing the live stream.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You remember the one they did with the Honeywell stuff last year?
Yeah,
It's going to be big like that. It's going to be a nice one.
Really? Yeah, because he gave a filter, UV light. Was it UV light?
It was a bunch of IAQ stuff.
Thermostat. Yeah, it was a bunch of useful stuff.
It was useful. Quite useful, in fact. They're going to do it again.
Yeah.
We're going to have...
Oh.
We are going to get that Hub 6 down here so we can see that. So that'll be coming sooner or later.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And the yellow jacket.
Wow.
The Titan P51870 touchscreen one, we're going to play around with that too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's kicking here, which is good because, you know, we got a lot of swag here, but we needed a couple big old ticket items people can really salivate over. So it's going to happen.
Great.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fantastic. All right, let's see how many comments we got here. We got 13. Give it a couple more minutes. Couple more.
Yeah.
A couple.
So you got anything else coming up besides Tom Jackson's giveaway?
No, we got Pastorello's going to come back and talk to us. And I was saying to him that he should do a live question and answer, and he is. He agreed to it, so we're going to do that. Also, Matt McKinney's going to come back so we can do live conversation about retrofitting because guys still wanted to hear more about retrofitting, even though it's kind of probably going away now. There's still a lot of questions about it, a lot of misconceptions. And next week, I'm going to try to drag some of these jokers in here for, instead of doing me talking all the time during the week, have a couple of them do interviews during the week. I think that would be fun.
Yeah. You know, I think the retrofit market's really going to plummet here pretty soon.
What do you think is going to happen?
The reason I say that, well, because I think, you know, as time goes on, people are like, just replace it. It's not even worth, you know, because honestly, there's not a whole lot of people out there that's changing compressor on a 10-year-old system.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Times are changing as far as the threshold for replacement and repairing. I agree with
Right.
that.
Yeah, you know, years ago we would replace compressors like they were, you know, like it was nothing. But we didn't have an alternative at that point. So you just change your compressor and, you know, that system would last 30 years or whatever. But now it's just like, why? Why would you do that?
Okay, well, it's funny that you said that because we're going to have a podcast coming up in a few months talking about R410A replacements.
Yeah.
It's out there. Now, we have information that we can't talk about just yet about people building R410A replacements.
I know it's out there, and you know, I don't know. I think the regulations are really going to change, and I really don't think they'll get away from 410 for a long time. I mean,
yeah,
I just don't think they will. I could be wrong, but what I know.
Jeff Kuiper sent me a text and says he has a face for radio and a voice for the written word. I guess that means he's not going to do the live interview.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny. All right, let's see how many comments we have here. All right, Ralph, we have 16 comments. It really slowed down, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a winner now. for a Jackson Systems
Right.
shirt, and I might throw a couple other Jackson Systems items in there. But remember, guys, go to jacksonsystem.com and sign up to be a buyer there, because that's going to be part of our next contest. And our next contest is going to be friggin' sweet. So, definitely.
Yeah, and you business owners, don't forget about Filter Fetch.
That's what I'm talking about. This seems like really obvious. I know they're our sponsor, but it's like one of those things where you don't have to do nothing but make money.
You know what? I actually, believe it or not, a couple of days ago, I was standing on my front porch, and I was just looking over the rail, and I was talking to an old customer that needed a special filter. And I was like, you know what? I could actually hook him up with Filter Fetch, but I don't know if Tom would do that since I'm not a contractor anymore.
Well, I got it on the screen right here while you're talking. It has Filter Fetch at their website, jacksystems.com/category/filter fetch. But you can get it to it from the home screen. It's like a no-brainer for business. They'll send the customers the filters. You don't have to do anything, and they send you profit off of each one. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, and it keeps them out of Home Depot getting the wrong one.
That's right. Or getting the one that you always warned them about.
Yeah, that dang 3M $20 piece of cardboard.
Hey, Tom Jackson's in there. He says he could sign you up, man. And also, he said to me earlier, you don't necessarily need a contractor's license to buy from Jackson Systems, Nick. So you can sign up still. So you can go on over there. It's really easy. In fact, I'll show you because we're on the screen. Right at the top, it says contractor login. Well, there's my stuff. But if you're a new person, you can either click right here or you can call this number, which I know you can't see, Ralph. But it's really easy to do, and they have the sweet stuff. So check it out. Again, I know you can't see it, Ralph. Just bear with me. All this new UAI stuff is here.
You know, there's a lot of things that came along for me in the last year that I really wish that would have been there a long time ago.
Like what?
And one of them being Filter Fetch, right? The other one is that dang, changeable chuck from Malco, where you can flip it over and one side's quarter, one side is plastic.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the other one is the Pookie Buster.
What is it with the Pookie? The Pookie Buster is on a full court media press right now.
Yes, they are. I have a set. I'm supposed to do a video of it, but of course it's a little harder for me because I'm gonna have to crawl under my dang house and be like another contractor and always working on this on his unit in the backyard. And I'm gonna have to slap me some mastic on my own system just so I can make a video of it.
Well, why don't you just get a sheet of metal on the outside, put a screw through it, and put mastic on it? I had to crawl down there.
No, I want it to be authentic. Come on.
Yeah, real authentic. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, well, they send it to me, and he keeps sending me an email. Hey, when you gonna make the video? I'm like, oh man. I just said, hey, look, you caught me really, really at a hectic time.
Well,
so
Ralph, I have good news for you because Nick and Monica said that Monica's mom bought a 20x20x4 media filter, but she has a 20x20x1 slot, thinking that there was 4 in the pack instead of one big filter. So you might want to actually take her out so at least you can tell her a little HVAC stuff. Okay.
I know, but where do they live? Don't they live in like Indiana or something like that?
They live in North Carolina. They're not too far away from me. They're near Charlotte. In fact, go visit Ferguson.
They're in Charlotte.
It's to the south and east of Charlotte. Yes.
Oh well, hell, the next time I come up there, and actually, we have a training room in Charlotte. So
there you go. I don't know what that means. You're not going to train her. Or what, I don't know. You guys got Burger Kings in Charlotte he can take her out to?
Hey, they got Jack in the Boxes in Charlotte.
All right. Well, all right. What does Jack in the Box sell? Because we don't have those.
Oh, they sell all kind of crazy stuff. Hey, when in the 70s, I remember back in Texas, they had Jack in the Boxes there, and they actually got in trouble for selling, believe it or not, kangaroo meat.
Okay.
Look it up. I'm serious.
I believe you. Who would make that up? Who would make that up?
I don't know, but it was really a thing.
Nobody would ever make that up. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give away this shirt now, guys. Here we go. We have how many commenters now? 16 commenters, and the winner of a shiny Jackson System shirt, which actually doesn't shine, so that was false, is Carlos Oval. All right, man. You won yourself a Jackson System shirt, and I'll probably stuff a couple other little items in there. So send me your address. I think I probably already have it, but Carlos, send it to me again, hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. You are our winner for tonight. Exciting.
So next time I come up to Charlotte, I'll make an announcement. Hey, I'll be in Charlotte.
You should do that.
Because I do have to go to Charlotte every once in a while, because that's where our main, where all the bosses are.
All the bosses. Perfect.
My actual boss, the guy that's in charge of me, he actually works out of Charlotte.
Well, unfortunately, the chat thinks this giveaway was rigged, but it doesn't matter.
Why?
I don't know. They always say that, but because they're ornery little jokers. There you go. And Thomas said Thomas. He says Thomas Jackson, so I said Thomas. Tom Jackson says he's going to send some extra filter fetch hats. I still have a few. In fact, let's pick a winner for one of those. Yeah, I still got.
There you go.
We'll do one more. All right.
Off the same chat.
We'll do a separate winner for this. Okay. We're gonna pick another
I know
winner.
who can win. Monica's mom is the winner.
Well, if you take her out, she'll be a winner. All right, we're going to pick a new winner here. Let's see if we have any more commenters. Let's see here. Pick another winner for the hat. It can't be the same guy, however. Let's see. Who could it be? Lizaraga Edgar. And he actually commented on the original video, looks like. So that's even better.
There you go, see?
All right, Sweet Mary. Good deal. All right, guys. We got to shut this thing down. I got to head back up to the house. Ralph, I'm going to say goodbye to you, man. Okay?
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you filling up some of my empty time here.
Well, that's no problem. Whenever you get the final conclusion to what you want to talk about with the exploding compressors, we'll do an actual interview with you in a Google Hangout instead of on the phone.
Yeah. Because it's going to be 12 o'clock before I get home. So.
Oh, well, we'll drive safely and try to stay awake.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right,
and then
everybody.
I got to meet old boy at 8:30. So,
I
appreciate it, you guys.
All right, say bye, Ralph. Enjoy the concert tomorrow night, and we'll see him, I'm sure, over the weekend or next week in some capacity.
Find me on Facebook in some group causing hate and discontent.
Yes, you can find Ralph on Facebook anywhere you see Lost Souls.
Hey, that's not true.
There's always lost souls around you, Ralph. Look around. They're always there. All right.
All right, I'm going to send you a great picture.
Okay, you do that, okay?
You're going to die laughing.
Okay, I look forward to seeing that as soon as I'm done here.
All right.
All right, man, bye. All right, the Rouster is gone. I'm going to close it out for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Like Tom is saying in the chat, stay tuned for this great giveaway we're going to be doing. We don't have the exact time frame, but it will be coming very, very soon. So make sure that you are ready because it's going to be sweet. Go over to the Jackson Systems website and make sure you're signed up to buy from them. Doesn't cost anything. They don't take your firstborn. You don't have to do any sacrifices, so it's very easy. So go ahead and do that. Good. All right. Now he's all soft. Hey, we should all be so soft one day. That's what we're all shooting for, right? Or are we? But it doesn't matter. Okay. We're done for tonight, guys. Ted's up tomorrow night. Anti-DIY HVAC. Make sure you're watching his giveaway. It's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, be safe. I'm going to take your wrench, and I'll see you on the next one. If you would like to support HVAC Shop Talk podcast, please consider purchasing one of our shirts or stickers.